Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are from Lab 6. We're going to present about a research entitled Stress and its Associated Factors Among Medical Students of UKM. So, the introduction, it comprises of in this high technology and modern era where high performance is expected to be the norm, many study institutions demand a high level of quality, excellence and overall study success. Therefore, the pressure is felt on every student at all years of studies. Different people may have different tolerance and ability to cope with stress. Stress happens when an individual perceives that environmental demand takes or exceeds his or her adaptive capacity. Research shows that there are many negative effects on students' mental health due to the current educational process, which may have led to a high prevalence of depression, anxiety, and stress among medical students. In UKM, medical faculty have different educational process to be compared with other faculty. Their study burden is higher than other faculty with a lesser holiday. So, our aim of this research is to identify the prevalence of psychological distress among preclinical medical students and to explore the four possible causes of stress by identifying the main stressor factors. Our research questions, which are: what is the prevalence of stress among UKM medical students? What are the associating risk factors of stress among UKM medical students? Which factor is the highest contributor to stress among UKM medical students? Our research objectives are to measure the prevalence of stress among UKM medical students, to identify the highest contributor to stress among UKM medical students, to determine the associated factors of stress among UKM medical students. Our hypothesis of this research, the null hypothesis, there is no significant association between respective risk factors with stress among UKM medical students. There is no significant correlation between respective risk factors with stress among UKM medical students. Alternative hypotheses are: there is significant association between respective risk factors with stress among UKM medical students. There is significant correlation between respective risk factors with stress among UKM medical students. So, our methodology of this research: first, we find out the research topic, then we generate questionnaire based on our research topic, then we distribute it through Google Doc and also through WhatsApp, and we did a data collection based on it, and we analyze the data using SPSS 21, and we interpreted the data and we present the data. The research design of our research is this is a cross-sectional case study, so which is among clinical students of Pusat Perubatan University Kebangsaan Malaysia. This research was conducted from 25th October to 13th November 2017. The inclusion criteria of our research is among all clinical students in Year 1 and 2 aged between 18 to 24 years old studying in PPUKM. The exclusion criteria was students that were absent during the study period will be excluded from the study. The sample size of our research is we conduct this research among 103 respondents. The study tools we use for this research is: one study instrument was used, which is the self-administered questionnaire, consists of two parts, part A and also part B. Part A consists of questionnaire from stress section of the depression, anxiety, stress scoring, which is known as TAS. In our research, we are only using the stress scoring section. Part B consists of questionnaire based on factors that can lead to stress, which is physical, lifestyle, academic, social and emotion. The data collection: the questionnaire was developed through Google Form and the link was distributed by WhatsApp. The method was used to reduce the paper cost for questionnaire and to achieve as much as respondents as possible for convenience to distribute. There was no time limit to answer all the questions. The questionnaire will be opened until 103 respondents are achieved. Discussion was not allowed while answering the questionnaire to avoid any disturbance that could affect the validity of the results. The dependent variable of this research: part A, stress level. The stress level is categorized to 5 variables based on DAS score: normal, mild stress, moderate stress, severe stress, extreme stress. The independent variable was physical, lifestyle, academic, social, and also emotion. This section of the questionnaire is the independent variable. Respondents were asked to use 5-point severity scales to rate the level of each component over the past week. The 1 to 5 scale indicates the severity of negative behavior, with 1 being the least severe and 5 as the most severe. The statistical analysis of this research, the data was analyzed using statistical package for social science version 21. The data was analyzed by descriptive and also bivariate analysis. For the descriptive analysis, the quantitative data was presented in terms of number and percentage for the qualitative data. Bivariate analysis will be used to identify association between the dependent and independent variables using chi-square for categorical data. The analysis will be performed with a p-value of 0.05 level of significance. Bivariate analysis will be used to identify correlation between dependent and independent variables using Pearson correlation test for numerical data. The strong correlation level is more than 0.5. Results and analysis. Descriptive results. According to our literature review, physiological stress occurs when a person perceives that environmental demands tax or exceed his or her adaptive capacity. High level of stress may lead to negative influence of one's social and personal life. Stress is identified as one of the factors that lead to different physiological and psychological disorders. This will lead to decreased quality of life, especially in medical students that are proved to have higher level of psychological stress as compared to other causes. Frequency of demography. According to our research, the students who are aged 19, there are 22 respondents, and the students who are aged more than 90, there are 81 respondents. In this research, female contributed more, and the Malay was the one that contributed more to this research, and the students of first year was about only 20% who contributed to the research, and second year was about 80%. According to our literature review, previous study in UKM among 234 first and third year medical students signifies that 49% of the students were stressed. Therefore, it is the best time to highlight the importance of investigating the major factors contributing to the high level of psychological stress. Now we arrive at the frequency of variables part. Based on our research, it is found out that out of 103 respondents, only 14 of them are normal, while the rest of them are experiencing stress. In terms of numbers, 48 of them are having extremely severe stress based on DAS scoring. When we look into independent variable part, more than half of the respondents are having poor physical activity and academic performance, but experiencing good lifestyle and emotions. For social aspects, which is family, financial, and friend, most of the respondents have good status in it. Bivariate results. For the relation, according to our research, with the year and the relation with stress, there is no association between year of study and the stress level, as our Pearson chi-square was 0.011, thus p-value more than 0.05. Therefore, the null hypothesis is accepted, alternative hypothesis is rejected. According to our findings, between age and the relation with stress, there is no association between year of study and the stress level, as Pearson chi-square was 2.345, thus p-value more than 0.05. Therefore, the null hypothesis is accepted, alternative hypothesis is rejected. According to academic and the stress level, there is an association between academic and stress level since the Pearson chi-square 20.999, p-value less than 0.05, thus null hypothesis is rejected. There is positive correlation between these factors and the stress, so the value of R is 0.507, thus it indicates a fair strength of linear relationship. Based on our findings, lifestyle and also the stress level, there is an association between lifestyle and stress level when the Pearson chi-square was 4.769, thus p-value less than 0.05, null hypothesis is rejected, and there is positive correlation among the stress and also these factors, and the value of R is 0.283, thus it indicates a weak strength of linear relationship. Based on emotional level with the stress level, there is an association between lifestyle and the stress level since the Pearson chi-square was 4.331, p-value less than 0.05, null hypothesis is rejected, and there is positive correlation between this factor and the stress level. The value of R is 0.641, thus it indicates a strong strength of linear relationship. Based on the literature review, according to Bastey and Gadkari, academic factors were the predominant cause of stress in most students, followed by physical, social, emotional, and lifestyle. Family and the stress level. There is a significant association between family and the stress level, as Pearson chi-square is 0.614, p-value more than 0.05. Thus, null hypothesis is accepted and the alternative hypothesis is rejected. There is positive correlation between family and the stress level. The value of R, which was 0.327, thus it indicates a fair strength of linear relationship. According to the financial factor with the stress level, there is no significant association between financial and stress level, as Pearson chi-square was 4.331, p-value more than 0.05. Thus, null hypothesis is accepted, the alternative hypothesis is rejected. There is positive correlation between financial and stress level. The value of R 0.032, thus it indicates a big strength of linear relationship. According to the friends factor with the stress level, there is no significant association between friends and stress level, as Pearson chi-square is 0.094, p-value more than 0.05. Thus, the null hypothesis is accepted, the alternative hypothesis is rejected. There is positive correlation between friends and stress level. The value of R 0.562, thus it indicates strong positive strength of linear relationship. According to the literature review, most studies were conducted and found that financial issue is one of the stresses among medical students. And the peer pressure and high expectation from parents toward performance are also factors that cause pressure among students, predominantly affecting high achievers. According to the physical activity factor and the stress level, there is actually no significant association between physical activity and stress level. Thus, the null hypothesis is accepted and the alternative hypothesis is rejected. There is positive correlation between physical activity and stress level. The value of R 0.639, thus it indicates a moderately strong linear relationship. Medical students are also found to have less balanced and healthy lifestyle. Poor stress management is also a strong associating factor that lead to stress, according to Misra and Kim in their research published in American Journal of Health Studies. Summary of our chi-square results. Summary of our Pearson correlation results. Conclusion: academic factor, there is significant association with strong correlation with stress based on our findings, and according to our research, the physical factor, with the relation of stress, there is no significant association but strong correlation with stress. And the lifestyle, there is significant association with weak correlation with stress. Emotional level, there is significant association with strong correlation with stress. Family, there is no significant association but moderate correlation with stress. Financially, there is no significant association and no correlation with stress. Friends, there is no significant association but strong correlation with stress. Thank you.